The City of Ottawa continues to work toward the swift restoration efforts following the severe storm with extensive citywide power outages and damage to trees and structures. The dedicated efforts of our skilled workforce combined with the unwavering support of the community have been instrumental in our work to restore power. The storm, which struck yesterday evening, caused unprecedented disruptions to the power grid, leaving thousands of residents and businesses without electricity. At the peak of the storm, approximately 80% of our neighbors and businesses were without power. If you are without power now, it could be some time before power is restored. Director of Utilities Dennis Tharp will now provide an update on the current status of utility operations for our city.
Wanted to give people some information as to where we're at and where we're headed with the cleanup and kind of the restoration of power. We believe we're about 70% back on. All of our circuits are up. We are working on those outages that lie within those circuits, and we will continue to do that as we move forward. We have reached out for mutual aid from other cities. We have Baldwin, Gardner, and Augusta soon to show up. And those crews will be with us again tomorrow on Tuesday. Tonight's schedule, it's looking like we need to get the guys some sleep. And they've been at it for a long time. So sometime between 7 p.m. and dark, the crews will shut down. If you do not have power restored by that point in time, it will most definitely be at least tomorrow before we get back to getting power restoration to everybody involved. One of the questions that we receive the most is how to know and who to contact in specific situations. So, rule of thumb, if you have a mast or a connection at the house, that is the homeowner's responsibility. You need to contact an electrician and get them involved. If the line is pulled away at the pole, contact the city. Using those numbers that send you straight to our answering service. And it's very important that you call this answering service because it is how we get to you. Those numbers are 785-229-3750 and 785-229-3710.
So with the storm we had last night, there's a lot of debris out, a lot of tree limbs and stuff like that. So if the community could help us by dragging those limbs to the curb in front of their house, we will eventually get by to pick them up. We don't have a schedule yet for doing that. We're still trying to take care of the big stuff that impeded traffic. If you don't feel like waiting for us, there's a couple of places you can take your tree limbs to dump. At the west parking lot at Orlis Cox Sports Complex, or the vacant lot on the northeast side of Enterprise and Cherry Street. Our street sweeper will be out. Once we get the majority of the tree limbs picked up, he will cover the entire town, but it will take some time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. My direct number at City Hall is 785-229-3631.